Hey guys, it's MMA Vulture coming at you live with this week's best UFC bets. And we're going to go ahead and jump right into it with my lock of the week being Bryan Battle. I think Bryan Battle beats Randy Brown. I think he's going to turn it into more of a chaotic fight, which is where I believe Bryan Battle thrives in. I think he's very good at getting up close and personal, really closing the distance and making you pay for it. He's good at delivering body shots. He's good at mixing it up to the head and to the body very, very well. He has devastating hooks. He's got that knockout power. We've seen him put away Giuseppe relatively quickly and look very, very good, even throwing the call out over the French dude saying that they can't beat him in a fist fight. Now we have Randy Brown, who is very slick on the feet, very good footwork, and very good striking. But I think Bryan Battle is going to be too much for him. I really do. I think he's going to be able to close the distance. I think he's a lot more explosive and powerful than Randy Brown. I think he's going to pick and choose his shots very wisely. I think he's going to turn this into a chaotic fight, and I think he's going to knock out Randy Brown, to be completely honest. I really do think that Bryan Battle is going to be able to close this distance against Randy Brown. He's going to have the speed advantage. He's going to be able to tag him up, really deliver some nice inside shots, land some nice elbows. I really think he's going to turn this into a dirty fight, and I think that that's where he's going to shine, and I really think that he's going to put the paws on Randy Brown and put him out. Give me Bryan Battle to knock out Randy Brown in devastating fashion. And that is my lock of the week. And let's throw it to my confident picks for this week, which are bang. As you can see here, we have Alexandre Pantoja to start off my first confident pick. I think he beats Kai Asakura. I think that he has a clear-cut grappling advantage. I think that Kai Asakura, though, has good takedown defense, is not going to be able to handle the consistent and relentless pressure of Alexander Pantoja coming at him and trying to take him down. I really feel as though Pantoja is going to mix in those level changes, find success, and eventually take down Kai Asakura with that relentless pressure and find his way down to the ground and maintain control of Asakura. Advanced positions. Not only that, land some ground and pound. I really think that Pantoja has a clear-cut grappling advantage. I think he knows that, and I think he's going to use that to his best abilities. Yes, Kai Asakura is a phenomenal striker, but this is mixed martial arts. He's got to have a good ground game too, and I believe Pantoja has a lot better of a ground game, and he's going to expose him for it. Give me Alexandre Pantoja to beat Kai Asakura. I think he's going to be able to fare well in the striking, but even better in the grappling department and take advantage over Kai Asakura. And let's throw it to the next confident pick in Ciryl Gane over Alexander Volkov, which this is a repeat. We had this fight previously, and it was Ciryl Gane getting his hand raised, and I think it's going to be a similar fashion in the sense that this goes the distance. I could see Gane maybe getting the knockout, but I'm going to say this goes the distance. I think that it's going to be a very technical fight where Gane outstrikes and outpoints Alexander Volkov. I think that he's got the longer range. I think he's quicker. He's got the better footwork. He's more mobile on the feet than Alexander Volkov, who tends to be a little bit slower. And I think that Gane is going to be able to overwhelm him, pick him apart, walk him down, land at will, and use that outside striking of his to really get the better of Alexander Volkov and win it via decision. I really feel as though this goes to the cards, and I think it's Ciryl Gane winning it again. I feel like a lot of people are writing him off because of the John Jones loss, but again, that was John Jones. Then he came back, knocked out Pavlovich, and looked good. I think that Ciryl Gane is going to show that he's a very, very good heavyweight, one of the best, and he's going to beat Volkov here and start making his way back up to that title shot again. Give me Ciryl Gane to beat Alexander Volkov via decision. And let's run it to the next confident pick on this card in Chase Hooper over Clay Guida. And I get that his money line isn't obviously really available to bet on at all, seeing as it's a negative 1200. That's why I went along and put the submission at a negative 175. I think he's live to get the submission. I think he's got the clear-cut grappling advantage. I think Clay Guida is coming to the later end of his career, looking a lot slower, not having the speed or the power that he used to have. He's just not looking the same. He's getting to the later end of his career, and I think this is an easy win for Chase Hooper, who is surging, up and coming, and a very talented prospect. I think he's going to go out there and he's going to absolutely destroy Clay Guida. I think he's going to grapple with him, and I think he's going to take him down, advance positions, maintain control of him, and find the neck or the ankle or the leg of Clay Guida. I really do. I think it's going to be the neck, and I think that Clay Guida is going to go out. I think Chase Hooper gets the submission finish over Clay Guida in dominant fashion. And let's throw it to my next confident pick on this card in Movsar Evloev over Aljamain Sterling. I think he's better in every aspect over Aljamain Sterling. Aljamain Sterling has great grappling, has pretty good striking as well. Though I feel like Movsar is a lot better of a kickboxer, a lot better of a striker. Not only that, a lot better in the ground game. He's stronger. He maintains control of you. He knows how to advance positions a lot better than Aljamain Sterling. He's quicker in transitions. I got to give it to Movsar. I really think that he's better in every aspect. I think that this is going to be a very entertaining fight. I think that we could possibly see them strike. I think that we could see a striking fest here, in which I still give the upper hand to Movsar because he's better in the kickboxing. He's got good, solid, snappy high and low kicks. He mixes up his shots very, very well. I think he moves his head off the center line a little bit better than Aljamain Sterling. I got to give it to Movsar. I think he beats Aljamain Sterling, though I do think that this fight goes to the cards. I think it's going to be a very close back and forth battle in which Movsar takes the win over Aljamain Sterling. And I think the over 2.5 is money at negative 365. Money line, perfect at negative 225. You're getting great value. I think Movsar definitely beats Aljamain Sterling, and I think it's going to be a phenomenal fight between these two. And let's go ahead and throw it to my Degen Props of this week. And let's start with the first one being Chase Hooper via submission. Like I said, I think he has a clear-cut grappling advantage. I think Clay Guida is coming to the later end of his career. I think he has an easy path to the submission finish over Clay Guida, and that's sitting at a negative, where is it? Sitting at a negative 175, as you guys can see here, to a negative 165. I really think that he has the clear-cut grappling advantage, and I think he has an easy path to get the submission finish over Clay Guida, who's just slower and just coming to the later end of his career. And let's throw it to the next Degen prop, in which we have Bryan Battle via knockout. I think Bryan Battle knocks out Randy Brown. I really do. I think he turns it into a dirty fight. I think he's very good at closing the distance, entering and exiting the pocket very quickly. And I think that Bryan Battle is going to pick apart Randy Brown and find that knockout shot. He's good at eating away at the stomach of his opponents, finding those body shots, picking them apart, overwhelming them, and finding the knockout shot. I got to go with Bryan Battle via knockout, and that's sitting at a plus 250. Great odds. I really feel as though this is going to happen. This is one of my more confident Degen props. I think Battle knocks out Randy Brown. I get it's a step up in competition for Bryan Battle, but I think that he has the skills and the talent to really showcase and put on an absolute dominant performance against Randy Brown. And let's run it up to the next Degen prop I have, in which is Garimbo by knockout. I think Garimbo could knock out Vince Luque, because listen, Vince Luque has been dealing with problems in the sense that he had a brain injury, he had a brain bleed, so he has dealt with some very serious injuries outside of the octagon, and now he's taking on an up-and-coming prospect who has knockout power. Yes, he's gone to decision with a couple of his fights, but let's not forget, he has the knockout power. He is very skilled, he's lengthy, he has the striking advantage, I believe, over Vicente Luque. I think Garimbo has a chance to knock out Vicente Luque. I really do, with all the problems outside of the ring, and then coming in, and Vicente just hasn't been looking the very best as of lately. So I got to go with Themba Garimbo, and I really feel as though he could put the pause on Vicente Luque and knock him out. And that's sitting at a plus 550. Luque's submission sitting at a plus 350, so they obviously see that possibly happening, but I think Garimbo has a chance to knock him out. I really do. Obviously, I'm not the most confident in that one, but I really do believe that Themba Garimbo can strike from the outside, land some nice kicks, kind of maintain that distance on Vicente Luque, and land that powerful strike, that powerful counter as Vicente Luque is coming in and trying to throw these overlooping hooks. So give me Grimbo by knockout sitting at plus 550. I think it's possible to happen. I really do think it's live. And then the next Degen prop I have for you guys is Mitchell inside the distance. I think that Mitchell is the clear cut better fighter in every aspect. I'm not even going to say in one single aspect. I think on the ground, Kron Gracie, yes, it has trickier submissions, but Bryce Mitchell is a very good grappler with strong jiu-jitsu, and I think that he's going to snub Kron Gracie, and I think that he could turn this into a striking fest where he has the clear-cut striking advantage and will beat the shit out of Kron Gracie, to be completely honest. I see him snubbing Kron Gracie. I see him keeping this on the feet where he has the clear advantage, and I see him picking apart and maybe even landing the knockout shot on Kron Gracie. I really feel as though Bryce Mitchell can submit him or even knock him out. I think Bryce Mitchell ends this early. I really do. I think that this is mixed martial arts. I think that Kron Gracie has the name but doesn't have the skill like Bryce Mitchell. He's a top 15 contender. Let's not forget that. Yes, he got brutally knocked out by Josh Emmett, but he is a phenomenal fighter that's highly skilled, highly talented, going up against somebody that just doesn't have every aspect of the fight game and just hasn't really been developing his skills or his talent. I got to go with Bryce Mitchell. I think he clearly gets it done, and I think it's inside the distance that he gets it done. And that is sitting at a plus 250. I love the odds on this. I think that Mitchell can end this early, and I think he will. Give me Bryce Mitchell to end it early on Kron Gracie. And the last Degen prop I have for you guys is Alexandre Pantoja via submission over Kai Asakura. I think that Pantoja has a clear-cut grappling advantage, which I've been saying. And yes, Asakura has good takedown defense, but with the relentless pressure and the consistent chain wrestling that Pantoja can do, I fear... I think that he's going to take him down. And he's going to garner control time. He's going to advance positions. He's faster in transitions. He's better on the ground than Asakura 110%. Yes, Asakura has a little bit of a ground game, but he's not as crafty as Pantoja. He isn't as relentless and just doesn't have that dog in him like Pantoja. Pantoja has been in some pretty difficult spots, recovered, and really just shined. And he's done it time and time again, and I think he's going to do it here. He's going to submit Asakura. I really believe that. Sitting at a plus 145 to plus 200, he has a clear-cut grappling advantage. Asakura struggles on the ground. Yes, he has decent takedown defense, but once you get him down to the ground, he is in a lot of trouble against Pantoja, who's crafty, who's got tricky submissions, who knows how to maintain control of you when he gets you down, and knows how to advance positions really, really well. I got to go with Pantoja via submission, and I think that he really locks it up against Asakura, who is a very good striker, but kind of lacks in the grappling department. And let's go ahead and throw it to my parlays of this week. And let's start off with the first parlay in Battle Moneyline and Hooper Moneyline at negative 169. I think this is a very safe parlay. You have Brian Battle, who is my lock of the week. I think that he knocks out Randy Brown. I think that he's way better at closing the distance, entering and exiting the pocket, and we will be able to pick apart and knock out Randy Brown. Then we have Chase Hooper, who has the clear-cut advantage in every aspect over Clay Guida, who is coming to the later end of his career, looking a lot slower, older, and just not himself. And then we got the next parlay in Rachmanov moneyline, Pantoja moneyline, sitting at a negative 127. I think that's safe as well. Obviously, you have the main and co-main event where Pantoja is going up against Kai Asakura. He has a clear-cut grappling advantage. Then you have Shavkat and Ian Gary, where I think it's going to be a very close-fought battle. I think Ian Gary could surprise us and have the striking advantage, but Shavkat definitely has the grappling advantage and will throw it back to the grappling abilities if he struggles anywhere on the feet, and that's why I think Shavkat will beat Ian Gary. And then we have the next parlay in Battle Moneyline, Gone Moneyline, at negative 118. That's a safe parlay as well. I really think that Battle wins via knockout. And then we have Gon going up against Alexander Volkov, who he previously beat already. And I think that we could see him beat Volkov again for sure. He's got the longer reach. He's more mobile on the feet. He's quicker, more explosive than Alexander Volkov. I think that he beats Volkov. I think that he maintains that distance, kind of keeps him at bay, picks him apart, uses his counterpunching abilities to counter Alexander Volkov as he's coming in when he's slow and throwing these kind of looping hooks. I think Gon beats him, counters him, picks him apart, overwhelms him, and beats him via decision. And then we got the next parlay in Garimbo moneyline, Reyes moneyline, sitting at a plus 109 plus money. I love this parlay. I really think that it hits. We have Garimbo going up against Vicente Luque, who I did say has been dealing with some outside health issues, bleeding in the brain, and some very serious issues that I think that Themba Garimbo could definitely take advantage of and really knock him out, to be completely honest. I want to be as respectful as I can due to the injury, but I really think that Garimbo could put his lights out. He is a very slick striker and does have the knockout power. And then we have Reyes, who is going up against Anthony Smith, who, again, coming to the later end of his career, has been looking a lot slower, a lot less mobile, and just not himself, to be completely honest. He really hasn't been looking the best. Obviously, he is a dog. He's always live in a fight because Anthony Smith just has that dog in him. But I got to go with Dominic Reyes. Dominic Reyes has been struggling, but then came back after a year or two and has been shining. He knocked out Dalby and looked good in doing so. And I think that he can knock out Anthony Smith, who hasn't been looking the best and looking a lot slower. And I think Dominic Reyes has a clear-cut speed advantage and striking advantage. And then let's throw it to the next parlay in Battle Moneyline. Hooper Moneyline, Mitchell Moneyline, and over 2.5 in the Sterling fight at plus 127. Plus money, I think that is very live to happen. I think that Battle knocks out Brown. Then you have Hooper, who is the clear-cut better grappler and striker over Clay Guida. Mitchell, who is the clear-cut better striker / even on the grappling with Kron Gracie. Over 2.5 in the Sterling fight. I think that fight definitely hits the cards. I think that there's going to be a lot of grappling, but I also think that there could be some striking in which it still hits the cards. They're both very competitive, both not chinny at all, iron chins, and I think that this is definitely going to go over. And then let's throw it to the next parlay in Gon Moneyline, Pantoja Moneyline, over 2.5 in the Sterling fight at plus 127 as well. Maybe if you didn't like the Hooper and Mitchell money line, you could do Gon and Pantoja over them, sitting at the same exact odds. And then we have the next parlay in Evloev money line, Garimbo money line, and Reyes money line at plus 201. Very live, great plus money value there on 3 highly confident picks. Evloev should definitely beat Sterling. I believe Garimbo definitely beats Vicente Luque for the reasons I stated before. Reyes, quicker hands. He's a lot more mobile. He has been looking a lot better. I think he knocks out Lionheart, who has been looking a lot slower. And then we got the next parlay in Hooper inside the distance, Mitchell inside the distance at plus 388. I think this is very live. Obviously, you have 2 props. This is the prop parlay with Hooper inside the distance and Mitchell inside the distance. And I think that they're both live. Both of their opponents have clear-cut holes in their game, and both are just not the best in terms of MMA. And then we have the next parlay in Pantoja Moneyline. Over 2.5 in the Sterling fight. Battle by knockout or technical knockout. Sitting at a plus 526. This is the Degen Prop parlay. And I think it definitely can hit. I really see Battle knocking out Randy Brown. I think that he closes the distance very well. He's explosive. He's quick. He's got the knockout power. And I think he's going to use it here against Brown. And then let's throw it to the next parlay in Evloev Moneyline, Gon Moneyline, Battle by knockout or technical knockout again. Sitting at a plus 540. Maybe you want to switch it up and not go the Sterling over and the Pantoja Moneyline. You want to do Evloev and Gon Moneyline instead and get a little bit better of odds at plus 540. I think that this is also live to hit. Then let's throw it to our Degen parlay of this week in Battle Moneyline, Rachmanov Moneyline, Pantoja Moneyline, over 2.5 in the Sterling fight, and Mitchell inside the distance sitting at a plus 977, almost 1,000. And I think that this could definitely hit. I think it's very live. I think Battle is live for sure. My lock of the week to beat Randy Brown. Then Rachmanov, I think that's a little bit tougher of a fight between Ian Gary, but he still has the clear-cut grappling advantage. Pantoja has the clear-cut grappling advantage over Kai Asakura for sure. Over 2.5 in the Sterling fight should definitely hit. A lot of grappling and little striking exchanges. And then Mitchell inside the distance, he has a clear-cut striking and low-key the grappling advantage in the sense that he has been in the ring, has been training MMA. He's a top 15 contender, and Kron Gracie just has the name, to be completely honest. I think he is very live to end it inside the distance. And if you guys haven't, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace!